All right, let's dive right in. This week, we're exploring this past Tuesday's Unruly Mug Night. It went down, of course, at Unruly Brewing Co.
Ah, Unruly Brewing. Always a good time.
Yeah, for those who haven't had the pleasure, Unruly Mug Night, it's a weekly thing. Mug Club members get together for games, and, well, you can't forget the exclusive microbrews. We're talking those 20-ounce bad
And
boys.
those awesome Unruly chalices.
Oh, yeah. Can't forget the chalices. They've got Golden Head Ale, Rebel Rouser IPA, Foundry Slag Stout, just to name a few. But, the beer is it's only part of the story. This week's game night, man, it was full of surprises, rivalries, and honestly, some pretty impressive plays.
I think that's what makes Unruly Mug Night so fascinating. It's this blend of familiar rituals, and then you throw in the unexpected twists. You've
Yeah.
got your regulars, your go-to games, but then every week there's always some curveball thrown in there. Could be a brand new player at the table, or some crazy turn of events that just completely changes the game.
For sure. And, speaking of the regulars, let's talk about some of the key players.
All right, let's do it.
You've got Eric. Now, Eric is also known as the Inner Game Night Ninja,
Oh, the ninja.
always strategizing, finding his way to victory.
And then, of course, you've got Ben, Game Night Vigilante. Ben is, well, you could say he's Eric's main rival.
Mhm.
Keeps those ninja tactics in check.
Yeah, right. Classic rivalry.
It's more than just fun nicknames, though. They give you a real glimpse into how these guys play. Ben, for instance, he's all about fairness,
Mhm.
making sure everyone has a legitimate shot at winning.
I love that. And the tension between those two, oh, it's legendary. And then you can't forget Dave. We lovingly refer to him as the hoarder.
Ah, yes.
All about accumulating those resources, even if it means his fellow players end up with empty pockets.
Now, that hoarding strategy, it might seem a little uh, counterintuitive, especially in a game like Cosmic Encounters, which is all about, alliances and negotiation. But as we'll see later, it can actually lead to some pretty surprising wins.
Oh, I'm intrigued. Definitely some food for thought there. And we gotta mention April. She's been on a Machi Koro 2
Yeah.
winning streak lately.
Oh, yeah, can't forget about April.
For those not familiar with Machi Koro 2, it's all about building up your city. You roll dice, you gather resources, you develop your economic engine,
Oh, yeah.
and you basically have to outpace your opponents. It's fast-paced, you got to plan carefully, and you need a little luck. And April, well, she seems to have mastered it.
Yeah, it really is quite impressive. It'll be interesting to see if she can keep that streak going.
Right. And then there's Dan. He's probably the most mysterious player of the whole bunch.
Yeah, he's a real enigma.
We don't know much about him except that he's only managed to snag one win so far.
One,
What's his strategy? What's his motivation? He's like a puzzle wrapped in a mystery.
I like that, a puzzle wrapped in a mystery.
I'm starting to think Dan might be playing a whole different game than the rest of us. But this week things got even more interesting.
Oh, even more interesting.
Oh yeah, the group actually split into
What?
two separate gaming camps. We had Mark and Jenny join the party, and a newcomer named Leah.
Oh, new player.
She almost dethroned Ben in Machikoro too.
Oh.
Talk about shaking things up.
Wow, I bet that was a close one. I love how Unruly Mug Nights is so dynamic. You've got your regulars, you've got newcomers, and everyone can just come together, play games, and just contribute to this evolving story of game night.
Exactly. So what caused this unexpected division? Well, it seems the election results. They were playing on Unruly's TV, and well, let's just say it led to some differing opinions.
Oh, I see.
As you can imagine, Ninja Eric and Vigilante Ben, they ended up in separate groups.
Ah, so the rivals were separated.
It definitely shifted the usual game night dynamic.
Oh yeah, I bet. That's a twist I didn't see coming. I'm dying to know how this impacted the games themselves.
So Ben's group, they kicked things off with Machi Koro 2, where, like I mentioned, newcomer Leah, she really gave Ben a run for his money.
Right, right.
Now, I know we already kind of touched on Machi Koro 2, but I just want to reiterate. It's that dice rolling game. You build your city, you're collecting resources, developing that economic engine. It's all about optimizing your strategy, outpacing your opponents. Probably why April's so good at it.
It's definitely a game of skill.
After Machi Koro 2, they switched gears. They went to Battle Sheep. Now, Battle Sheep is a tile laying game. You're competing to claim the most territory, but for your sheep,
Oh, interesting.
It's way more tactical. You got to think spatially, and well, you need a little herd mentality.
Sure. I love how they switched it up like that. From fast-paced dice rolling to strategic tile placement. It speaks to the diversity of games that this group enjoys.
Meanwhile, Eric's group, well, they dove headfirst into cosmic encounters.
Ah, classic.
It's all about alliances, betrayals, and those powerful cosmic cards that can completely change the game.
Yeah.
It's a wild ride, unpredictable, and usually pretty hilarious.
Cosmic Encounters, it really is a reflection of life itself. You never know what's going to happen next. A perfect choice for a group, uh, navigating the aftershocks of a divided game night.
Right, and wouldn't you know it, Dave? Staying true to his hoarder title, he picked the miser power. Now this power lets him accumulate victory points based on how many cards he has at the end of the game.
So he was really leaning into that hoarder persona.
It's like he was destined to play that role.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? It's like the game is holding up a mirror, reflecting our personalities back at us. Makes you wonder if our game choices, if they reveal something deeper about us, maybe something about uh, our subconscious desires, how we approach life.
Oh, that's a deep dive for another time. But let me tell you, the game was a nail-biter. And in a surprising turn of events, Dave emerged victorious.
Wait, Dave won.
He did, thanks to an assist from April, no less.
The hoarder actually triumphed. That's not usually how his strategy plays out.
I know, right? But this win wasn't just luck. It really highlights a crucial part of Cosmic Encounters alliances. Even a player like Dave, so focused on resource accumulation, he can still leverage those alliances to win.
Now that's interesting. You might think that contradicts his whole hoarder persona, but that's what's so intriguing. It shows that there's flexibility within a playstyle. Dave, he might hoard resources, but he also recognizes the value of strategic partnerships, especially when they help him reach his goals.
It really does raise a lot of questions. Was this a strategic move on April's part, or was she just, in the right place at the right time? We may never know her true motives. But one thing's for sure, Dave's win just adds another layer to the ongoing mystery of Unruly Brewing.
Hold on, wait, what mystery?
Well, for weeks now, there's been speculation about whether the dice at Unruly Brewing are loaded. Some even believe that the brewery itself is built on some ancient dice-altering vortex.
A dice-altering vortex. That's a new one.
I know, right? But recently, a new theory has popped up. It's not the dice; it's the slant of the brewery's floors.
So we've gone from loaded dice to mystical vortexes to wonky floors. This is getting good.
But this week's games didn't really shed any new light on the mystery. But, we'll be keeping our eyes peeled for any clues. Speaking of mysteries, there's another one brewing.
Oh.
You know how we have all these great nicknames for the players? You got Ninja, Eric, Vigilante, Ben Hoarder, Dave.
Yeah, I love those nicknames. They really capture the essence of each player.
Exactly. But here's the thing. We need a nickname for April.
A nickname for April.
Given her Machi Koro 2 dominance, what do you think would be fitting? And while we're at it, why do we know so little about Dan? He's practically a ghost.
All right, listeners, time to put on your thinking caps. What nickname best captures April's gaming prowess, and what secrets is Dan hiding? I can't wait to see what you come up with. We've been digging into this Unruly Mug Night, all these characters and these twists, and don't forget the whole mystery of the dice. But Unruly Brewing, it's more than just games and strange happenings.
Oh, for sure. It's a community. And honestly, they have some pretty amazing food.
Absolutely. And this past Tuesday was even more special. They had this Doggone Tuesdays event, a collaboration with Pound Buddies, the animal shelter.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So part of the night's proceeds went to support shelter dogs.
Combining game night with a good cause. I love it.
It's really at the heart of what makes Unruly Brewing so special. A place to come together, have fun, and give back to the community.
And speaking of delicious Unruly Kitchen, that's the brewery's in-house food joint. They were serving up dog-themed hot dogs for the occasion.
Oh, wow.
Apparently Dave and April were big fans.
I've been hearing a lot about Unruly Kitchen. Those taco dogs, they sound incredible. Maybe we should do a whole deep dive just on their menu sometime.
I'm in. We'll add it to the list. But before we get too lost in taco dreams, I want to introduce a brand new segment.
Ooh, a new segment.
Yeah, it's the end of episode song recommendation.
Love it.
I think you're going to like this one.
All right, I'm ready.
Get ready for Turkey Time by the AI Cyber Hair Band. Glamcore.
Well, did you say AI Cyber Hairband? That's a new one?
Turkey Time is actually a sneak peek of their upcoming Turkey Time EP, which follows their debut single Halloween Machine. It's a
Oh,
wild ride.
definitely adding that to my playlist. Sounds like the perfect soundtrack for our Unruly Mug Nights adventure.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive into this week's Unruly Mug Night, let's leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question.
Army Pit.
Given all the unusual stuff that happened, the split, the intense games, Dave's winning streak with his hoarding strategy, and of course the mystery of the dice, what surprises could be waiting for us at future Mug Nights?
Who knows? Will April keep her streak alive? Will Dave's hoarding lead him to ultimate victory? And will we ever solve the mystery of the dice?
And what about Dan? Will he finally come out of the shadows and reveal his true gaming self?
We'll have to wait and see. Unruly Mug Nights are a good reminder that even with familiar routines, there's always room for the unexpected. The twists and turns, making new alliances, and those lucky rolls. Just like a good game, you never know what the next roll of the dice will bring.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You think you know a place, your local brewery, but there's always something new to discover. Routines, rivalries, you've got your unexpected wins, and even a little mystery thrown in.
It really is like a microcosm of life itself. You find comfort in the familiar, but it's the unexpected that keeps things interesting. Maybe we can even learn a thing or two from these game nights.
Oh, absolutely. Like, take Dave's win. It makes you question those assumptions about how games are supposed to be played. Maybe
Yeah.
there's more than one way to win.
Yeah, even if it means going against the grain a little bit.
Exactly.
And who knows, right? Maybe those little details, the slant of the floor, or even choosing a certain cosmic power, maybe they have a deeper meaning.
Okay. Maybe we're getting a little too philosophical here, but that's what I love about these deep dives. We get to explore all the possibilities, connect the dots, and maybe even see things from a fresh perspective.
Exactly. And that's what we hope you get out of this episode, whether you're a seasoned gamer or just starting out. There's always something new to learn, a new strategy to try, and always a new mystery to unravel.
So, to all our listeners out there, as you go about your week, keep your eyes open for the unexpected. Embrace those twists and turns. Find your allies, and never underestimate the power of a well-rolled die.
And hey, if you ever find yourself near Unruly Brewing on a Tuesday night, come join the fun. You never know what adventures might be waiting.
Until next time, keep playing, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.
Conversations let it shout. Get around the table, yeah, it's loud to back. With a little bit of laughter and a big old snap. And you're rocking this mom and I feel so light. Turkey time, feeling fine. Celebrate together, let the good times shine. Turkey time, don't deny. Raise a glass together, let our spirits rise. We'll light up the night. Dale say our tears, shimmering joy kissed inside of fears. With electric rhythm and hearts untied. A feast of love and dreams proclaim. Turkey time, feeling fine. Celebrate together, let the good times shine. Turkey time, don't deny. Raise a glass together, let our spirits rise. The glittering stars, with melody sweet and our electric guitars, dancing in the glow of a vital last embrace. In a sky metal rain, we found our place. Turkey time.